And welcome back to Across the Street Podcast with your host, Nihal.
And Daniel, what's up, guys? How's it going?
What is up? Oh my God, this is our first ever virtual episode, and it is years after the world has went online.
Yeah, like
So
we don't even need to be online like this.
I know, but this is a super late episode. It is 2:13 a.m. on a Friday or a Saturday morning, but something pretty crazy happened yesterday night. The YRV, the York Region Volleyball All Star Draft happened. It's the first ever adult volleyball league in the GTA to host an All Star game, and I'm here with YRV as well. And we're just trying to help out. And
It's
across the street,
honestly, I've never been an analyst for an all-star game kind of thing. It's kind of cool.
or an analyst for anything really.
Yeah,
So
to be fair.
I kind of have bias when it comes to the All Stars right here because I'm I'm one of the hosts of YRV, right? So
It's okay.
yeah,
I mean, to be fair, we could just look at we could get in-depth analysis on how you picked, you know?
yeah, that's true. That's true. So just judging by these players, they all look like great players. Just looking at them, I guess.
Yes. But before we get into the players, do you think we could take a look at the captains?
That's literally what I was thinking about right now too.
Ooh, we're on the same
We
wavelength today. We should be. We're co-hosts, you know,
we are,
so
we are. I'm gonna look at the presentation right now. So if you guys have no idea what's going on, a live All-Star draft happened yesterday. So March the 22nd, 2024. And it was live on Instagram, live on the York Region Volleyball Instagram page. And it's actually posted on the York Region Volleyball Instagram too. So you can
yep.
watch it. So, uh, so there were four captains and they had to pick four teams. So the method that we used the draft for was the snake method. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4, 3, 2, 1. Right.
Yep. So for first picks first, and then it goes 1, 2, 3. Yeah, like why am I re-explaining? But 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4, 3, 2, 1 in
Yeah.
the second round.
Yeah. So
If that cleared it up at all.
this was the first captain. This is actually Daniel's friend. So Daniel, you
my
wanna
boy, this is my boy Nick. He played on my team last season as a middle, and he can also play left side. Uh, this you could take a look at what Nick's listed down on here as his bio as well. So he's playing for the prevention of cruelty for animals. Honestly, really dope representation right there. Nick is a very athletic dude. This guy plays every single sport imaginable. I swear, he plays soccer. He's playing in basketball leagues. I think he's playing softball again this summer as well. He like goes to the gym super often. He's always running. Like he's one of those guys. Like I don't know how people are addicted to running, but like he's one of those guys, you know. And he's also got two dogs and a bearded dragon. But yeah, Nick's a really good player. I really enjoy playing with Nick. You can set Nick anywhere and he'll hit the ball pretty hard. Um, Very versatile middle, great passer. Can play left side really well. I know he enjoys playing left side a lot more because he gets those full swings. Overall, a very solid volleyball player, and I would play with him again.
great explanation. Yeah, Nick's a super lovable guy. The next one is AJ. Do you want me? I could explain AJ.
Oh yeah, for
Uh,
sure.
so when it came to All-Star voting, he actually finished first in All-Star voting. So
Jeez.
I think last week or 2 weeks ago, we sent out the All-Star voting on Instagram for likes and shares, and AJ's a pretty popular guy, and he's a very talented player too.
Mhm.
And he finished first overall, so he gets the captain spot. And he loves chicken. He absolutely loves chicken. That's all he eats. His first sport was cricket. I think his father was a cricket player too, so I think that's how he got into it. But
Mhm.
he eventually got into the better sport, which is volleyball. You guys can comment down below and
Actually,
argue.
comment down below what you think the best sport is. I want to hear that down below from our viewers.
Definitely volleyball, but it's okay. Whatever you guys think, you just write it down. Um, and yeah, he did play for the Colts, which is a college team here in Canada. And Yeah, he loves listening to music. Who doesn't love listening to music? I was humming tunes the entire day today, even right before the podcast started. But yeah. Myself. Do you want to talk about myself?
Yeah, I can talk about you as
Oh,
whatever.
sorry. I didn't even talk about the charity that he's
Yeah.
playing for.
Oh, yeah. You can recap on it quickly for it.
Yeah. And obviously, the charity is Sick Kids. It's a charity down here in Toronto, I think, or in Canada.
So Sick
And
Kids is Sick Kids is a charity I think believe started by the Sick Kids hospital down in downtown Toronto. They are well known for taking care of kids in any sort with any condition, with any sickness. They have an ER, and the whole hospital itself is dedicated to treating kids.
all right, Nihaal.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
you.
organizer ends up being a captain.
Oh
Yeah,
my
go.
God. And who would have thought Adam Silver would play for his own league? That's so fucking crazy. So Nihal here is an all-star captain as well. He got selected for it. Nihal is playing for UNICEF Kids Canada. Great organization to go for. We got some very international representation for that. Nihal can play both setter and right side. He's been playing in YRVs for 6 seasons, but I believe everybody knows that he's been playing volleyball much longer than that. Nihal is a great setter. He's taught me how to set. And as for hitting, Nihal's also come a long way when it comes to hitting. I remember when I first met Nihal, his hitting was cool. Now it's a lot. It's improved quite a bit. It's enough that it's like, I'd say it's enough that he could play like higher tiers as well, just as a hitter alone. Nihal got his braces off at 23 years of age. I remember that day. This guy could not stop smiling. And Nihal is a lefty in basketball and soccer. I did not actually know that. I didn't know you are a lefty shooter and you kick the ball with your left.
I dribble the ball with my left in basketball, but I shoot with my.
Oh, you shoot with your right. Okay, you're a better dribbler with the left. Okay. And your role model is Peter Parker, the Toby Maguire one. Okay, that's the best one in my opinion. So good role
I spelled
model.
Toby wrong. It's supposed to be Tobey, but
It's
yes.
fine. It's fine. Nobody would have known that if you hadn't said anything. It's fine.
They
So
called me out. The captains called me out today. That's why. Sorry.
yeah, that's crazy.
And then this part too, Mateen, he didn't actually show up today. He couldn't make it due to some personal reasons. He just couldn't show up last minute. You know, sometimes things happen. But instead, we got Kingsley to sub in for
Yeah,
him.
King. I won't lie. Watching the live of the All Star earlier, did not expect to hear Kingsley's voice, but but it
So
turned out
Kingsley
awesome.
was Kingsley was supposed to be one of the co-hosts, and he still was one of the co-hosts, but he also ended up drafting. And keep in mind, Kingsley knows nothing about YRV. He's never played in YRV or barely knows the players at YRV, but he drafted a pretty decent team considering he doesn't know anything, right? So Mateen's playing for the Canadian Cancer Society children's section. I like how 3 out of 4 people are going for children's charities. I guess it's because we just got out of our childhood and we have a soft heart over there.
Thinking about the kids in a great way, not a weird way.
Oh God, it's because we are future father figures. That's why. Got one happy. Left side flash setter. Mateen could play any position in my opinion, but I guess the ones that he's most comfortable with is left side and center because those are the positions he's been playing in the league. He watches soccer a lot and plays soccer, but he's playing volleyball right now and he has a love for volleyball and he loves going to the gym too. So he's overall a pretty athletic person. Okay, so we got the captains out of the way. We are going to go back to the initial slide with
the
players and the All-Stars. Okay, I'm just going to zoom in a little bit.
So are we going to talk about the players first, or are we going to?
It's going to be a super long podcast if we do that. We're going to go straight into
how the draft selection turned
final draft selections. Can you see this tab? You can, right?
I can definitely see the tab.
Okay, so we'll go from first to last.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so the captains did not know the All-Star draft order until Kingsley announced it on the live. So the first draft, the first order was AJ, then it was Nick, then it was Mateen, then it was myself. So the first pick and first overall goes to Michael. Michael is right. Where's Michael? Michael is right here. This is Michael.
Michael, what is it? 2, 3 time champion of the YRV League.
Yeah, he's been pretty crazy, man. 4 seasons, 1 time Tom Cruise champ, and 4 times.
Four-time league champ, man. This guy's a
This guy
dominant player.
is a
Every
consistent.
year, consistent every year, veteran presence on his team every time.
Oh man. Honestly, just the smile on his face too. He's always a very positive guy. Every time he talks to me, like he always uh he loves volleyball. He definitely loves volleyball. He's obsessed with the sport. And he's just a very positive guy. You'd love to have him as a teammate. And I gotta tell you, like he's one of the best passers I know. He could play at I think right now he's pretty comfortable playing libero, but he can still get up there. He is a veteran, but he's still pretty explosive. He could get up there. So yeah, number one, like probably the best left side in the draft, in my opinion. So
Honestly, you could not go wrong with anybody as a first pick, but Michael is probably the consensus, I believe, that people believe to be first.
so number two is Philip. And it was selected
Phil.
Nick. Oh man, Phil is right over here.
Phil, man. Phil, a former guest on the pod as well. Phil is a filthy middle.
Oh man.
Absolutely filthy.
If it wasn't Michael, it would have been Phil,
Yeah.
One of those. It depended on what the team needed. I guess AJ just wanted a left side, another left side to complement him because he is a left side as well.
Mhm.
And in volleyball, you know too that left sides are very valuable because majority of the sets do go there, especially at levels that we
You
play
want that
at.
hitter to be very consistent
Yeah,
every single time.
exactly. Yeah, because the passes may not be consistent all the time from our teammates, but if we have a good left side option, especially if you have two solid left side options like Michael and AJ, oh man, like the rest of the team doesn't really matter at that point, in my opinion. But
Mhm.
yeah, how about Philip right here?
Yeah, with Nick adding Philip to his team, it makes a very high flying, very athletic lineup just to start with the first two players.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Two very built guys. They go to the gym. Look at this. Look at Phil's forms, man. This guy's looking really good, man. He's looking really
Yeah.
good. All right, number three. Doran for Mateen. So Mateen, Kingsley on behalf of Mateen. Doran right here. Look at this adorable.
Doran, another YRV veteran,
Look
five
at this.
seasons in the league.
And he's won the league before, and he's been a pairs champion before too. He's a cat person, shares his favorite food, loves his mom. When you look at this picture, you might think, oh, like adorable, like this guy's just like a little soft player, like whatever. But yo, when he's on the court, he's very serious.
Doran has time and time proven again that he's a very consistent player, a very solid hitter, and he's a champion for a reason, and like he's a first round pick for a reason.
Oh no,
Like
100%. Yeah, 100%. He could right now he says that he's playing left side slash center, but I know that he could literally play any position,
anywhere.
middle, right side. Very valuable
I
option.
think you're in your experience. I think you've literally played with him, seeing him at every position.
I gotta say he doesn't like middle that much, but he is an excellent middle. Yeah, just because he's a pretty tall guy too, so he makes it work.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that a tall guy like him can set so well, he has super butter hands. Amazing. It's very valuable piece. Definitely a first round pick. All right. So next person is myself. I picked Jack. Jack is right here. He is. Have you met Jack before,
I
Daniel?
have not met Jack, but I have seen him in some of your some of your YouTube videos. Jack is a very disgusting hitter.
Yeah, he's a certified middle player. I think middle is his first position. He could play left side, but
He runs middle very well in the small videos that I've seen.
oh, no, he 100% does.
He knows where to be like almost all the time.
Yeah. So I think AJ went power first for his draft selection. I was going middle first just because I'm a center myself, and I really do value my middle. So I wanted to make sure that I had two solid middles at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And Jack is just that player, man. He plays some high level volleyball. He could pass well from middle. That's the other thing too. I was looking for middles that could pass really well.
Yeah.
Pass well, serve well, everything, just all across the board. I I think this is the perfect first pick for me. So the 4th overall pick. And next was William. So William has, well, his personality trait is that he's 6 foot. But that told me that's it. No, I'm joking.
Man, these tall guys using their
These
height
tall
as their
guys,
personal,
man.
using their
Man,
heights as their personal.
imagine,
That's so
imagine,
crazy.
imagine being 6 feet. I'm 6 feet at with shoes, guys, and when stretching a little bit, I'm 6 feet. No, I'm joking. I'm five. I'm
Yeah,
like
okay,
5.
buddy. Okay, buddy.
Anyways, yeah, no, Williams literally been in my season, my team every single season of YRV, or whenever I've joined, he's always been by my side. I've seen him improve a lot over the years. His defensive skills as a middle is insane. His reaction skills as a middle is insane. He always wears like knee pads, so he's not afraid to dive. And I just need an aggressive player like that, man. We need to get that charity money, man. You
Yeah,
got to get that charity money.
Will's always hyperactive. Like you said, his reflexes are on point. Will can pretty much feel like he's on one side of the court and get to the other side and recover for a block. It's really crazy.
100%, yeah. All right, so next.
So the next pick went back to the team.
Kingsley went with a very, very interesting side. So out of the 4 girls, there was only 4 girls in the draft, and they were supposed to, we were all supposed to pick 1 girl by default. And he went with Cynthia in the 2nd round. He wanted to make sure that he solidified the 2nd round, like solidified the girl that he thought is the best in the 2nd round, which is quite a risky move, but I think it's good, man. Have you ever met?
I have not. Could you give me some insight into Cynthia as a player?
So Cynthia is actually a former high school teammate of mine a long time ago, and she's probably a defensive specialist. As I keep saying on again and again and again, as a setter myself, and probably you too. I think I've come to a point where I value defense more than
Oh my
offense.
God, passing, man, passing.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my God.
offense will come. Offense will come, but if you have aggressive players like Cynthia just in the back row, always zoned in, uh, you know, feet down low, like
Watching for tips, taking absorbing hard hits.
oh yeah, and she's pretty loud on the court too. So
You love somebody who has that energy every single time.
yeah,
Keeping
yeah.
consistent energy, keeping your team in it.
Oh yeah. And we got to appreciate her hair in this picture too. It looks really nice, nice and curly. She likes visiting family in Nicaragua. I didn't even know that she was from Nicaragua, to be honest. And look how hard she plays, man. She got stitches on her head from playing flag football. That's
Damn, there's not even tackle in flag football, so we got a badass out here.
that's what I'm saying. So that was a solid pick. And
Right.
Nick went with Nixon. I think the funniest part of this entire thing is that Nick doesn't really know Nixon that well, but just because they had similar names, he went with Nixon.
Was that the reason? Was that the reasoning he said?
That is what he said, but I also believe they faced each other before, so they definitely know.
They have definitely faced each other before, 100%.
Trying to find. So this is Nixon. In this picture, he looks like a nice and cute guy that's just like, putting out the peace sign. You don't even know what's going on kind of thing. But he's an absolute demon in the court, man.
Absolute demon on the court. I remember this guy exploded into the league and over in the the fall season, and he took the league by storm. He brought his team up from tier 6 all the way up to, I believe, tier 3, tier 2.
Oh man, that is a one-man army right there. It's just that's talent right there, pure talent.
Absolute demon.
Yeah. He says RSLS, but he could literally play any position in my opinion.
Position on the court.
Setter, maybe I haven't really seen his hands, but definitely any hitter. He is under 6 feet, but he could fly. I'm pretty sure he could probably touch around 10'5" maybe, 10'6". Like
easily.
he could definitely get up there.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's a solid pick, 2nd rounder. To be honest, he might have been a 1st round pick in my eyes.
It's a stacked draft, man. It's a stacked draft.
It's already.
Yeah.
And then AJ went with Christian. Do you know Christian?
I have played against Christian in the league. What I can say is he's a what's it called? I know Christian is a setter. He's also new. He was new to YRV last season. It was his first season in the winter, and he was pretty much the voice of the team. He was constantly trying to rally his team, trying to get them to play very well, being the playmaker, very cerebral. and overall just a solid player. I also know from my conversations with him he can play libero as well, but I believe he listed himself as a setter because that's what he played last season.
Oh man, and that's some in-depth stuff. I haven't actually faced him,
Yeah.
but I believe that the reason why AJ picked him as well is because he's a setter and they need a setter on the team. So that's actually some really valuable information. It's looking like AJ's team is looking really good. Uh,
AJ for his fourth pick, right?
where's fourth pick?
Oh no, third pick.
And next is Renata, or we call
Renata, or Rennie as we call it. A lot of YRV people call her.
so she got drafted by AJ as well. Very, very solid.
The second girl in YRV to come off the board as well.
Yes. Do you want to talk about Renata a bit?
I can talk about Renata. I'm gonna call her Rennie as well because that's how I know her. But she is a veteran of YRV herself, a middle. I've had the pleasure and honor of playing with her as well. She was a middle for my team in my first season, and honestly, Rennie's a really good player. Rennie's very excellent at reading blocks, very great hitter. You can just set it up for her and she'll basically bounce the ball. I've seen a lot of times where Rennie also rallies the team very well. She's a great energy player, very encouraging. I know in my first season when I was really nervous, Rennie was gave me great energy and great encouragement just to keep playing, playing through the struggles and enjoying the highs of the game and the lows of the game. And ever since she's continued to play very well in this league, be a household name of YRV, and very deserving of being an all-star this for the first all-star game.
100%. Couldn't agree more.
You played with Rennie as well. Could you give me some insight of what you think?
Yeah, Rennie is definitely my go-to girl when it comes to reverse tournaments. Whenever I need a big middle blocker in the middle, that's a girl. I go for Rennie. She was also one of the I think I was one of the first people that she met when she came to Canada in grade 8. We spent elementary school together and high school together, and she's been a solid teammate throughout, and I've seen huge improvements from her, and it really makes me happy to hear the encouragement side because she is a very positive person and she does talk a lot. So that's very valuable people in a volleyball court.
Rennie, I think amongst the girls in the All Star game, I think she comes out as one of the strongest for sure.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it was her or Cynthia, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Yeah. So that's why Rennie got drafted second in girls. Next is Nick, and it goes for Mustafa. I think you might know Mustafa better than me as well.
I've played against Mustafa a few times, so I can offer my insight there. So Mustafa,
Yeah.
he plays setter and left side. I know his first season was in the winter, and he was playing as the left side in the winter league. He can hit very well. I haven't seen too much of Mustafa. I know he's a pretty good passer. What's it called? He can pass hard serves really well, hard hits as well. I know his hitting is probably his strongest aspect. I've seen him go across really well. I've seen him hit line. I think I've even seen him bounce once or twice too.
Oh,
In my
what? Really? Oh,
yeah,
man.
what's it called? In on a hitting line to be fair, but not in a game.
Yeah.
But I think he has the ability to do it because he can get up there. What's it called? Solid player.
Do you think that Mustafa is the sleeper in this draft?
Ooh,
Do you
sleeper.
As in, like, especially like I feel like the captains don't really know a lot of these players just because like YRV's I mean quite big right now.
Mhm.
So
I think especially with the picks that have gone so far, I think him and potentially, well, this is me because I don't know Cynthia too well, but I think from what you've spoken, I think them two could be the sleepers of the pick so far, even though Cynthia went really high up. I think them two could have some of the biggest impact here, or like some of the biggest showings here, especially being under the radar.
Sure. Interesting. All right, so you've been taking over for the last two, so I'll talk about who Mateen picked or Kingsley picked. Harvier. Okay, Harvier is I think he's a sleeper too, in my opinion. He's captained, I think, two or three, I think three teams at YRV so far. So yeah, 3 seasons. He's been the captain of all 3 teams. He is a middle and a right side, but I think he's mostly a middle in my opinion. Great middle. I think I've seen him block some of the biggest middles. I've seen him block and maybe even fill a couple times.
Damn.
So
Calling out the first round, one of the first round picks. It's
yeah.
crazy.
So he played grass volleyball with us recently, and I just reminded me. I remember like just when he was hitting and stuff, I was like, yeah, this guy's actually good. I remember talking to Jesse in the car after, and Jesse's like, who's the guy in the purple hoodie? I'm like, bro, that's Javier, man. Like, you know, but yeah, he's a pretty solid player. I'm actually gonna have the pleasure of playing with him in a tournament in 2 weeks, a 2-day tournament in 2 weeks, Kitchener Waterloo. You guys should
Ooh.
hit me up. Uh, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. He also has a smile on his face too. Very positive guy. And he's welcomed me and his friend groups to hang out and stuff. And yeah, it's been fun. But he can't whistle though, which is kind of weird. But can, can you whistle, Daniel?
I can whistle. Do you want me to whistle?
Yeah, do it.
Let me lick my lips and moisturize them.
Yeah,
Can you hear that?
that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
It's
Let me
not
see.
even the best whistling I could do. It's just a half-ass.
Let me see if I can do it. I know my lips are pretty dry right now. I can't even do it. Damn, my lips
Oh
are
my
very
god,
dry.
you're a fake whistler.
I am. I'm also a fake friend.
Wow. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here. This guy, fake friend. Fakest of all of them.
Okay, I'll go with the next two as well because I
They are
think
your picks.
I mean they're my picks. I might as well. So Alessia and Uzair. Okay, Alessia, as I said in the live, I saw her like when I first saw her. I think you were there too. This was like the Friday Emily Carr runs.
I
Uh,
first played with her on one of the Monday runs, actually. In the I first played with let's say in YRV on the Monday rec runs when I was still playing when I would still play with her back in the day.
yeah, I remember. Yeah, like quote unquote back in the day, like late 2022. She like barely even like I remember I had to tell her to like step in the line because she could barely even serve over the net.
Mhm.
But the thing is like she always had that like passion to get better, right? Like she used to
Right,
come up
agreed.
and I was like, yo, teach me how to serve, like, you know, like what should I do? And I think she first got into a team that was like pretty high level and she was kind of pushed to the side the entire game, because like, you know, she was making mistakes. But her desire to learn and consistently coming to YRB has resulted in her becoming like a pretty high tier player. I think she's like tier 3, 4. She brings her team to tier 3, 4 sometimes.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
I remember back then as well what you were like when you were telling me like there would be times where she was asking for serves and she's definitely just become one of the most improved players in YRV. She knows like she's memorized 5-1 very well. I see her directing players of where to be sometimes as well.
oh yeah.
Newer players where to be, which is really awesome. Her defense and passing has gotten really good since then too. So
Yeah, her passing platforms improved so much. Like it's going straight to a setter. I was reviewing some footage from when she played grass volleyball with me a couple weeks ago, and I was surprised, man. I was surprised.
yo, can I add one thing? Sorry, just not even about the picks, but can you talk about how you're playing grass volleyball 2 weeks ago and right now it's like snowing?
Dude, that's Canada for you, man. That's Canada
It's
for you.
so crazy.
It's okay. In 2 weeks, we'll play grass volleyball again. It's
Yeah, bet
fine.
for sure.
Next pick was Uzair. Honestly, I'm surprised. I feel like Uzair, if you're watching this, I feel like we have disrespected you because you are definitely a first. Yikes! I dropped something. You are definitely a first rounder or a second rounder in my eyes. But you were picked in the fourth round, actually. Wow, the second last.
Wow, you got to
Uh,
steal then basically.
yeah, so it was. I think this is definitely the steal of the draft. I think people, including me, was a little worried about this fact right here. It lives an hour away from the tournament location, so they're worried if they pick him that high and then after that, you know, he flops, then it's kind of like a waste of a pick, right?
Hmm.
So, but I'm just gonna take the risk, and he's a very solid player. He is a good life fitness manager, and he specializes in jumping high. I think, based on his videos online, and he could fly. Have you seen videos of this guy bouncing?
I have not. I have not.
Whenever I go to a tournament, I see who's there. I'm like, all right, you know what, GG. Like that's it. Like I'm not. Why am I even playing this tournament? Because he, yes, like I think his side hustle right now is just tournament money, like because he's won so many tournaments and cash prize tournaments too. But he has not won a YRV tournament yet. I think he made it to the semis for one, but he has never made it to the finals for one yet. Keep trying, buddy. Anyways, I'll see you on Sunday. Okay, next one, Joseph, and it was drafted by Mateen. I am not too aware of Joseph. Have you seen Joseph before, Daniel? I
If
feel
you
like you
show,
might have faced him. He was on Ricky's team on Tuesdays.
let's see.
It's this guy right here.
Myself have not run into Joseph. I think the day we were supposed to play against him and his team, I was sick.
Okay, okay.
I do like the Diamond and League of Legends flex. I am not a Diamond, but I can appreciate League of Legends. So, but I have not seen enough of him to give much of a comment. I
But
don't know
yeah,
if that
these
I don't know if
exactly.
I don't know if I can qualify him as a sleeper yet, but I think
I
him
think
not being
these
well
are the,
known, he's flown under the
yeah.
radar.
Yeah, these are definitely the type of ones that that are sleepers, right?
Yeah.
Where it's just like no one knows who they are and then they just come banging balls, you know what I'm saying? So wait, pause. Uh oh yeah.
I tried so hard not to laugh. I'm sorry.
But yeah, hopefully he is a diamond on the volleyball court as well. We'll see.
Mhm.
And the next pick by
Nick,
Nick is Malachi. Do you know Malachi? Have you faced him?
I have not.
Really? Okay, so these guys are newer guys. Just based off of Malachi, just his appearance alone, like pretty tall guy, only plays middle, and usually people that specialize in middle are pretty good at middle. He didn't
Mhm.
want to play anything else. Likes anime. What's your favorite anime, Daniel?
What's my favorite anime?
Yeah.
Frig. Honestly, off the top of my head, I'm gonna say Kuroko no Basket. It's an anime about basketball.
Oh, nice. Not even haiku? That's crazy.
No, sorry,
Yeah.
buddy. I know it's a volleyball draft, but like I like the sport more than I like haiku. So
Okay. Interesting. There's also the Ipo one that I'm watching right now too, the boxing one.
is that the oh yeah. That one's been going on a long time. It's a solid
Yeah,
one
it's
too.
like OT, yeah, and obviously Pokemon too. But
Yeah,
anyways, is Pokemon considered anime?
I'd say
I,
so. I'd say so.
Pokemon too, obviously, but Pokemon's a staple now.
Yeah.
AJ Trevor, have you met Trevor before,
I have
Daniel?
not. Have you?
I have. I've actually played a tournament with him before too. We made it to the semis for that one tournament that we played together. Really solid middle. He's actually he barely made it to the All Star game. Josh couldn't make it, so Trevor subbed in because he was next in line. Super solid middle.
Our first all-star replacement.
Yeah, coming all the way from the East, and I'm scared if there's gonna be more All Star replacements, man. Watch us do this whole draft, and then there's gonna be like people dropping out left and right. I'm gonna be so pissed. But that's just my trust issues, guys. That is just my trust issues. Anyways, yeah, Trevor, super solid middle. He could play left side too. I guess he prefers left side. By my opinion, I think he's a better middle.
I
And
feel
yeah,
like every middle that I talk to just wants to play left side.
exactly. Yeah, but the footwork and everything's different. And I think every middle wants to play left side until they realize that they gotta pass. You know what I'm saying? Like left
Yeah.
side usually cover the most passing, right? But most rotations with passing. So
Hmm.
yeah. Next one is Kristen. Okay, Kristen is a very um
There
unknown
you go.
player.
Flying under the radar once again.
Who knows, man? Who knows? He's in
Uh,
our men's league, played one season. Interstellar guy. I don't know. We just
mhm.
judge off his picture, Daniel. Do you think he's going to be a first round worthy player? Like, what does he look like, man? Does he look like he's going to
Ooh.
come bouncing balls or what's
I
up?
don't know because I can't even tell how tall he is from the photo. So I don't know. I don't know. He's playing left side and right side. Those are the positions he's played. So I do believe he has the potential because if you can honestly pick those openly, that means it
It's
means
so
you're confident in your hitting.
so scary, dude. So scary. Yeah, Christian definitely might be a sleeper. Who knows, man? Especially since he played in the men's league too. If he could hit left side and right side on men's height, I'm pretty sure on co-ed height, he could do some damage.
Highly competitive men's league as well, by the way. Highly
Uh,
competitive.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, you could. It's hard. Men's league is definitely harder than co-ed league. Next one is Nick. So Nick defaulted Miriam as his last pick because he had to have one girl minimum. Miriam, it's nothing on you, to be honest. I think in the live we were laughing it off too, just because it was the way that he was like, "Ah, Miriam," right? Because it's just like we have no idea who you are, right? We don't know how you play. Uh,
But
I'd say,
honestly, very interesting pick because she's middle as well. So
yeah.
picking middle and right side. So very confident in their hitting. I think we have another potential sleeper. I feel like we can say all of the unknowns or the ones that we don't know very well are potential sleepers. But what league and also what which league did Miriam play in?
She only played in the women's league.
She played in
That's
the
why.
women's league. Okay, but declaring middle and right side, very interesting pick as well.
Those are two positions that no one ever wants to play. So,
So if you
uh,
want to play them, then kudos to you because that means you're probably pretty good at it, in my opinion.
that's what it is. Yeah. I mean, she is a Pilates instructor, so I'm guessing that she's pretty fit. So maybe she uses those attributes to volleyball. Who knows? Interesting. Okay, next one is Paulo by Mateen. Paulo, honestly, man, I played with this guy a couple of days ago, subbed in for his team. I think he got disrespected by being picked in the last round, in my opinion. In my opinion. Paulo,
I
honestly, man,
go ahead.
I wanted to pick you, but it's just like I had to pick like the YRV, loyal YRV guys, if that makes sense. Like I think everyone on my team has been playing for a couple of seasons. Um, but yeah, Paula, thanks for joining 2 seasons with us, and hopefully you've been enjoying. Yo, is a step kuya in your language or no? Is it Filipino?
Kuya is a Tagalog word, so it just basically means like older
Brother, right?
brother, but it doesn't necessarily have to be your brother. It could be like
Okay.
some like if what's it called? If you grew up with a group of friends and one of them's older, you can call them kuya.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Like a
But
percentage.
yeah, I've actually I don't know. Have I played with Paulo or against Paulo? Maybe
He was on God, I want to say Christian's team. I don't know if you
on
Christian
Wednesdays or
Tuesdays.
on Christian's team on Tuesdays. Yes, then I have played with Paulo. Yes. Yes. Paulo, honestly, solid hitter. I've only played, I think, against him on one of the days. But what's it called? When he got set, Paulo's a threat as a hit all like every single time. So
That's not solid, man. Yeah, no, he could he's definitely like he reminds me of you, to be honest. Like I think he has the same build as you, same height as you and everything. So it's just like
mm.
yeah,
Well, if he's
I
playing middle and left side, he probably definitely has more hops than I do. So
he could definitely jump. He's more
yeah.
confident with the than you are, but I think like you guys are similar players. Yeah. All right, and we are almost done. This is literally the last pick. I picked Ryan.
Oh, what a pick! I love the pick.
Ryan, he has the heart of where is he? Ryan right here, always the underdog. Absolutely always the underdog. When I first met him at the Valor runs, do you remember the Valor runs?
I think that's
That
when I first met Ryan. When we both when I went to the runs with you at Valor.
exactly, yeah. Back then he was super wrecked. Like as in like I saw that he really wanted to get better and he used to come every time.
Mhm.
Like the thing about Ryan is like he opens his wallet for volleyball. Like he doesn't care. He just wants to get better, right? He doesn't matter if he's gonna get steamrolled in a as an individual team in a competitive tournament. He
Mhm.
just wants to. He's like, Nihal, give me the reps, give me the reps. I've never seen a guy so dedicated and so loving uh towards the sport. And also just like he's a very like he's helped me set up tournaments in the morning. Like I used to pick him up like 7 a.m. for tournaments,
Mhm.
just to help. Obviously, I pay him a little bit too, but I just help him. Like, I mean, he helps me set up the nets in the morning, and
Very passionate about the game.
even in league games too. Do you see him set up the nets probably too, right?
Yes, he's always helping out setting up the nets,
Yeah,
taking them down as well.
being the leader.
Reffing, keeping scores.
Exactly, yeah. So he knows the gist, and yeah, he's been a huge part of YRV and YRV's success too. He's gotten a little group going on with I think Alicia and Gergo and those guys too.
Yeah.
And it's really nice to see because I think all of them were all individual players, and now they're
Mhm.
kind of like a group of friends. So,
I think Ryan definitely has been one of the most improved players of YRV from the start,
oh
especially
no,
from the level that he started at. And Ryan now is a very consistent hitter. We just played him recently as well, and Ryan can hit nowadays, man. It's crazy how much he's improved. It's and his passing's gotten so much better too.
That's what it is. I think. Sorry, I'm gonna go back to the other slide because it's the end of the presentation right now. But I think one of the things about playing volleyball later in life is it's hard to develop the passing skill. Everyone can hit really well. I think hitting can be translated real quick, but passing has to be learned from a young age.
Right.
And the fact that Brian and Alicia and those guys are improving by coming consistently shows.
I mean, it shows that the fact that they're all stars, right? So
Yeah, that's what it is. YRV All Stars.
mhm.
All right, so it is almost 3 a.m. and damn, this is an in-depth analysis of Cross the Street podcast. I don't know. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is very unique. Very we wanted to give these all-stars a special, shout out because they worked hard, man. Like you can't just be an all-star just like that, man. There's a reason why these guys were selected as all-stars, right? There's a reason why Daniel wasn't selected as an all-star, right?
Wow, that is so crazy. That is so crazy. The shade for no reason.
I'm sorry.
Wow. Unbelievable.
That's Daniel's demon mode moment. He's gonna be grinding for like a year, and then he's gonna be captain.
You know
of the
what?
All-Star.
No, I'm gonna counter you on that. I'm just gonna get lazier and drop out. No, fuck you. Screw you. If that's how it's gonna be, no, I'm joking. What's it called? But yeah, honestly, all the all stars here definitely deserving of the picks. Definitely, to however they got nominated. Honestly, well deserved, well voted for, and
Yeah,
you could not go wrong with a lineup like this for any of the captains.
100%. Yeah.
Mm. Early,
So,
what's it called? Early predictions. I don't know if you guys are planning to do awards for it, but who do you think is going to be MVP?
oh man, I don't think we are doing awards. I'll be
But
honest with you.
who do you think is going to be the most valuable here, or like who's going to be the best here?
I think. I mean, I'm gonna be biased, but I think it's gonna be Ozier if he actually does show up.
Really? Wow, the third, fourth round pick. Wow. Okay.
I think he's gonna be a little pissed that he got picked in the fourth round, and Show was good. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
it
Coming in,
depends.
chip on your shoulder. We love to see it.
Yeah, yeah. Or Ozier could be one of those guys that are just a little bit humble, and they're just like, you know what? It's just an All-Star game. It's
Or
like,
I mean, he could also let his play do the talking too. So
yeah,
we'll see about that.
it's just like the NBA All-Star game and stuff too, right? Like LeBron
Yeah.
James doesn't 100%, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, same thing. So
But he can also be that guy at any All Star game who could just randomly go off for 50 anyways, you know?
yeah, yeah, 100%. Okay,
Okay.
I think it's time for me to sleep, man. Are you tired yet, or are you still gonna stay up? I don't know.
I don't know, man. What's it called? This All Star game stuff has got me like really thinking because I can't wait to see the footage of it. I know I don't know if I'll be there for it, but you're definitely going to be there and enjoying the festivities. It's going to be a great day. You guys, I've seen what you guys have planned for it. It'll be very exciting as well. Uh, yeah, I'm just excited to see how it turns out, how everybody plays.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good time.
So, whose team do you got, man? Who's the team do you got winning it all?
Ooh, you can't ask me that. Now I'm torn because see, Nick's my player, and you're my boy as well. Both of you are my boys, so I want to see both of you in the finals, man.
Okay,
I want
okay.
to see both of you in the finals of the All Star game. I want to see both your teams go head to head.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Yes.
We'll try our best in pool play to finish first, and then we could face the fourth team in the semis. But we'll see. We'll see. It all
It's
depends. It all depends.
the way the rosters are looking though. It's anybody's game.
Oh man, anybody's, dude. Absolutely anybody's. Very even, very well drafted. I think all captains did a really good job, considering the position that they do play initially.
Mm-hmm.
So, I considered that I'm a setter initially, so I drafted around that. AJ was the left side, etc. Right? So
Yeah.
good stuff. Good stuff.
And I guess to wrap up on the podcast, if any of our viewers are interested in even getting started in volleyball or who have played and want to get into more volleyball, you're in the GTA area. take a look at YRV. I'll have their link down below. Their @ is right here on Instagram. You guys can feel free to check them out. I know I love playing with YRV. I love playing in the community. It's a very fun community. I know Nihaal does his best as one of the organizers to make it run very well, make it a great community to be within, and like stuff like this. They run like All Star games. They have great representation. These people are all looking forward to it. They do lives for this stuff, so very well looking forward to. Highly recommend you guys to check them out.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's hard work. Everything's hard work, but
and
we'll
they
see.
definitely work hard with the leagues. So they have multiple leagues running. They have multiple drop-ins that you guys can do. Like they represent every level of volleyball. It's not just advanced. You don't have to come here knowing how to play volleyball. You can always come to a drop-in, learn how. There's great people there to teach you how as well.
Yeah, 100%. All right, we'll wrap it up. Anything else? The socials? Did you forget
Obviously sorry, it's been a while since we recorded, but you can always find us down below, links in the socials. You can find me, Nihaal, on Instagram. Same with our podcast. You can listen to us on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio. You'll find us all on those and almost every other podcast platform. We have YouTube shorts, we have TikToks, Instagram Reels. You can check us out all on those. And we upload, I think, since I'm coming back from school end of April and going on a little vacation right after that, we'll be getting right back into our upload schedule, so more episodes coming out. We are in a bit of a lull right now, and we appreciate your patience as we kind of navigate through that. But season 2 will continue on, and we hope to wrap. I don't think we're going to be wrapping up season 2 anytime soon as we catch up to our regular schedule. So stay tuned. We're going to have a lot more guests, a lot more different formats. We might even go back to some of the date formats that we did earlier in the season. Stay tuned on that.
Awesome. Sounds good.
All right. And this has been Across the Street podcast for Nihaal and myself. It's been great for us to host this for YRV. Thank you for the opportunity, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
All right. Peace.
Peace out.